There are thousands of mysteries out there just waiting to be solved.
And we want you to join us over the next 20 minutes as we attempt to get right into the heart of some more of them.
We investigate the mystery of time travel and unveil our own time machine.
If you've ever been spooked by things that go bump in the night, we have the answers.
And if you've a broken watch or household appliance, fetch it now, because Uri Geller will attempt to fix it with the power of the mind.
It's a mystery whether a giant, ancient horse made out of chalk can move.
You may have seen one of these yourself. This is a chalk horse. In fact, there are many of these giant chalk figures all around the country. There are also many mysteries attached to them, and this is the oldest, most mysterious of them all. This is the Uffington White Horse in Oxfordshire, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to prove to you that this chalk horse actually moved. Now, as you can see, the horse can only be properly viewed from the sky, yet it was built before the invention of planes or helicopters. So how did whoever made it know what it looked like? In fact, nobody knows who built it or why it's here. Some say that this dragon-like creature was made over 1,000 years ago by King Alfred. Some even say it could only have been built by aliens. Others say it was made by an ancient tribe who lived on these hills over 2,000 years ago. In fact, it's even older than that. But the truth is, nobody knows who, how, or why it was built. But that's not the mystery. The mystery is, has the horse ever moved? Over the years, there are those that have seen it move, and those that have seen strange, ghostly apparitions of a galloping white horse in the area. Also, legend has it that this strange horse actually gets up and goes to feed in the fields below, in a hollow known as the manger. The strangest tale of all is that once a year, the horse leaves the hill and travels about a mile along the ridge to this ancient burial mound. Some locals have even heard mysterious sounds here at this very site.
It was a Tuesday. I always come up here on a Tuesday. It was about 9 o'clock at night and very dark. I approached the burial mound from the path on the right-hand side, and as I did, I heard the sound of a horse breathing heavily and horse's hooves. Didn't hang about to see what it was.
So what do you think? Could it have been the chalk horse? Could this chalk horse have ever really got up and moved? Well, Neil is now going to prove to you that it has actually moved.
But not how you think. Now, this is David Miles, an expert from the Oxford Archaeological Unit. David, has the chalk horse actually moved?
It certainly has. We've got the archaeological evidence.
So how far has it moved?
At least a metre.
So how has it moved then?
Well, it's moved because, as you can see, it's built on a steep hill. And over the years, the earth has washed down and it's filled up the lower part of the belly of the horse. And then, as people have come along to clean the horse, to make it white again, they've gradually moved the shape up the hill as it's silted up down below.
So there it is. We still don't know how or why the chalk horse was built, but we do know for sure, over the years, it has moved. By about this much.
It's a mystery whether one day man will be able to travel through time.
Can you imagine what it would be like if we really could travel back in time? How would we travel? What would it look like?
Would it be by spaceship? By supersonic sports car?
Or would it be like the most famous time traveller of them all, Doctor Who, transporting himself through time in the TARDIS?
Well, under this cloth, we've got a time machine. And with it, we're going to reveal to you the secret of time travel. Now, before you laugh, with this equipment, you really can go back in time. Using this to look up at the stars in the night sky, you are actually travelling back in time.
Sounds weird? Well, just consider this. Everything takes time to travel. Take this football. It'll take just a couple of seconds to travel a short distance. Sound also takes time to travel. The sound from this clap takes a split second to travel to your ear. And light, that also takes time to travel. But it travels at an amazing speed of 300 million metres in just 1 second.
So what about this time machine? Well, the stars in the sky that you see at night are actually so far away that the light from them takes time to travel to us here on Earth. So if you use something like this to pick out the stars in the night sky, you are actually seeing old light that could have set off on its journey as much as 2 million years ago.
And with a better time machine in the loo roll, say a telescope, you can travel further back in time, seeing stars that are further away, and therefore seeing light that set off up to 2,000 million years ago.
But let me tell you about the king of all time machines. It has a camera as big as this TARDIS, an 8-foot mirror, and it's the most powerful telescope of all time. It's called the Hubble telescope, and it orbits the Earth 600 kilometres above us in space. And get this, Hubble is such a powerful telescope that if it was in London, it would be able to read a car number plate in Manchester. So just imagine what it can do if you look through it into the depths of space.
The Hubble telescope has been able to look right back to the very edges of our universe to see age-old light, and so travel right back to the beginning of time as we know it. It can see stars that are so far away that the light from them has taken around 10 billion years to get here.
10 billion years? Dear me. So just imagine it. If there was another life form out there on those faint stars looking back at us through a similar telescope, what do you think they'd be looking at? What do you think they'd see? Well, one thing's for sure. They wouldn't be able to watch this programme until 10 billion years in the future. But when they do... Hello?
Hi, my name is Tony O'Reilly. I come to small tenant shops to call Wem. I took some photographs which some people believe is photographic evidence of a ghost. I'm a keen photographer and I've had some of my photographs published in a local newspaper. On this particular evening, Wem Town Hall caught fire. I went down with my cameras and took 2 rolls of black and white film. It wasn't until a couple of months later that I developed the second roll of film. It was then I was completely taken back to find an image of a young girl standing in the doorway of the building. In my opinion, there's no way that any human being could have stood in that doorway with the flames licking around them. A little later, I learned that 2 workmen rebuilding the town hall had seen an eerie figure. Many people tend to believe that the image in the photograph is that of Jane Sherm, who set fire to Wem in 1677. I can't say myself that the picture I took is a picture of a ghost. All I know that it's been proven by a professor of photography to be 100% genuine and not a fake.
So what is the image in the photo? Is it genuine? Well, we investigated the case further we found that Dr. Harrison, the former president of the Royal Photographic Society, who has examined the photo, has reported.
I am satisfied that the picture is genuine and shows no sign of having been tampered with.
So the photo is not a hoax. However, some experts believe the image is caused by a freak combination of effects from the fire, smoke, flames, and a build-up of gases, creating a weird optical illusion. So what do you think? Is this just a freak photo, or could it be genuine photographic evidence of the ghost of Jane Shern? It's a mystery what you can do with the power of your mind.
Inside your head, you have something that's about the same size as this, but which is more complex than any computer ever invented. In fact, it's even made of a kind of jelly, but it works non-stop, 24 hours a day, controlling every thought and every movement you make, whether you're thinking, speaking, moving, or dreaming. Your brain is amazing. But we only understand a fraction of what our brains can do. The rest is a mystery.
So could we all have special talents that we don't yet understand or know about? Could we all, for example, be able to communicate by transferring thoughts or make things move without actually touching them? What can we do with the power of our minds?
Meet Uri Geller. Hello, Uri.
Hi, Sophie.
Now, you've been famous for over 20 years for
Yes.
doing amazing things. You've bent spoons, you've communicated with people through their minds, you've even stopped Big Ben.
That's right.
So I wonder, could you show us one of the fantastic things that you're famous for?
Okay, we have a compass here, and I will try to influence the compass with the power of my mind. I do need your help.
Okay.
Now, this is what I do. I take a deep breath, I sort of close my fist, and in my mind, I say, 1, 2, 3, move. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, move! Go! Go! Look! Go!
That's
See?
amazing.
Sometimes it goes much more, sometimes it goes very little, but it actually moved.
That is incredible.
And in laboratories, you know, they put magnetometers and electrometers, it registers nothing. Because
And that's all with your mind?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, I know we've got the broken watches here that we talked about earlier. Now, if
Okay.
you've collected your broken object, then stand by, because Uri's just about to mend it, hopefully.
All right, now, you kids at home, first of all, let me hold some broken watches here. And these, by the way, you have to say that these are not mine because they are not.
Oh, no, they're not. They're our watches that we've collected.
Now, please, I want you all to hold the broken watches in your hands. If you have clocks and watches, wind them up. Although they're broken, quickly wind them up if they have a winder. Now, close your hands on the watches and the clocks. If you have broken house appliances, have them near you. Now, together with me, when I say 1, 2, 3, I want you all to shout out the word work. Believe that your mind can fix these broken watches, yours at home. Let's do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, work! Come on, Sophie, you
Okay.
too. One more time. 1, 2, 3, work! Now, don't be skeptical. Really believe that it can happen. And one more time. Yeah, watches are ticking here already. 1, 2, 3, work! Now, everyone at home, open your hands and look at your watches. Look, here, it's ticking. I'll just show it to the camera. Now, lift the watch or the clock to your ears. Yeah, look, listen, they're working.
That's
Put them to your
amazing.
ears. And listen, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
And these are, look, these are really old, you know, watches. And if nothing happened to you, don't be disappointed, because it doesn't happen to everyone, and it also doesn't happen all the time. But if anything strange or bizarre happened to you, please let us know.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Uri Geller.
So what do you think? What could have caused the compass needle to move? Did you experience something yourself? Could it really all be a genuine power of the mind?
If anything strange did happen to your watches or other things, then please write and let us know at It's a Mystery, P.O. Box 1234, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5XX.
It's a mystery to me why things go bump in the night. Now, how many times have you been in this situation? You get into your bed, you turn off the light, you tuck yourself in, and you settle down. And then it starts to happen. You hear a noise. You start to imagine what it might be. Then suddenly, a strange light flashes across the room. What was that? You start to hear even more noises, one after the other, as your imagination begins to run wild. You hear a clunking, clanking noise. A screaming noise comes from the attic. And a weird shudder with a buzzing noise coming from downstairs. Now, you know it's not your family, because they've all gone to bed. So who could it be?
Keep them down, Neil.
Sophie!
So what were those strange noises? Well, 9 times out of 10, there's a simple explanation. That creak was probably a loose floorboard on the stairs going back into place. The strange light flashing across the ceiling was likely to be just the headlights of a passing car. The clanking and clunking was probably the noise of the radiators cooling down. The scurrying noise from the attic was probably nothing more than mice moving around. What about the clicking and buzzing downstairs? Well, that was probably the fridge turning itself on and off. So there you go. For every weird noise that happens, everything that goes bump in the night probably has one of these explanations.
But then again, if it's not one of those, it could be a ghost.
Well, that's another collection of mysteries solved, and there's still lots more out there to intrigue you.
We hope that you've enjoyed solving some of the world's mysteries with us, and that we'll see you again quite soon.
Before we go, Neil, I've got a mystery for you. What's longer than eternity, darker than the darkest night, and if you ate it, you'd surely die?
Well, there's nothing longer than eternity, and nothing darker than the darkest night.
Exactly, and if you ate nothing, you'd surely die.
Of course, nothing. Very good.
Mystery solved.
Last week's final mystery was, how did a stripy football scarf, 5 black buttons and a carrot appear on a lawn if no one put them there? The answer is, they're the leftovers of a melted snowman.